Hi chat, welcome to another stream. It is Friday. And the date is December 18th of 2020. Thank you, Beldathis, for putting it in the chat. I did actually read that message this time, so we got the date. I am still exhausted, even though I got more sleep last night, which was good. But they're doing construction across the street, and they have installed. Well, they had to like drill a pipe under the road, and so in California, what they do when they drill pipes under the road is they dig a trench. What the fuck is going on? I just got an alert from California that says severe alert! All Bay Area counties now under stay-at-home order. This builds on previous local orders. COVID-19. Where'd it go? Oh, it sent it twice too. 2 unread alerts. Christ. Oh, one was a test alert a year ago that I just ignored. Hold on. Stay home except for essential activity. Wear a mask. Keep your distance. Visit covid19.ci.gov. Ugh, I had to buzz my phone for that bullshit. As if I haven't been staying home since fucking March. Thanks, phone. What was I talking about? Oh, okay, yeah, they dig a trench under the road, and then they put these giant metal plates over top. Which I guess makes sense. There's like no weather here and no rain or no snow, so you know, putting giant metal plates is fine and a good temporary solution. Wouldn't work anywhere else in the country. You would slip on them real easy, and it would be a mess. But because there's now metal plates in front of my house, whenever a car drives by, I get thunk thunk, thunk thunk, and the sound travels right up through my bedroom because it's like right outside my window. It's quite obnoxious. Oh no, I forgot to open up Streamlabs. Who is it? Rizax! Thank you for the resub 6 months in a row, and 6 total. That means you get a new fancy badge there, Rizax. Good to see you, and welcome back. But yeah, if you hear a thump 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 thump, that's the goddamn metal plates in the car driving by my house, so apologize in advance. They put those up yesterday, so it's annoying. But anyway, let me say hi to everyone. Rollers was here first. With that Hype Train Conductor badge. Fancy badge you got there, Rollers. We've also got I Satisfied. We've got Beldathis. Why say the date when we all know he's going to still struggle with what today's date is? I mean, you're not exactly wrong. Hey, what's up, Shazrobot? Hello, hello. And JB Pratt, good to see you as always. And Rizax. Is it worse than the car alarm? No, the car alarm is way worse. Car alarm is way worse. I know what car it is, though. Oh, I think I told you already that I know what car it is. I need to come up with a passive-aggressive note to put on their windshield. Maybe I'll weigh down the passive-aggressive note with a brick. Threateningly. There's like a couple random bricks in my backyard for some reason. It's almost like they want me to throw them through car windshields. I don't know. But yeah. I'm not happy about that either. Still looking for another place? I mean, I'm stuck here for another fucking 5 or 6 months, so not yet, but it's at some point. Hey, what's up, friend left by the speaker? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. I completely support that decision. Yeah. Anyway, what did I want to do today? I want to work on pre-commit.ci. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be working on today. But I have a couple of like small things that I've noticed that I want to work on. I forgot to open this up. One thing is, oh, I forgot to bang today. Set today, working on MISC, ABC, pre-commit.ci things. Thank you for the reminder, friend left by the speaker. Okay, so one thing that I want to do that I've already started working on, and Cyber Benny is actually working on another related thing in the background, which is to allow configuration of pre-commit.ci in the pre-commit config. I don't expect to put many things in this mapping, and I don't want pre-commit to actually validate it, but I also don't want pre-commit to warn on it. So we're going to add a CI key to the top level. And yeah. that'll just allow arbitrary mapping in here and not allow arbitrary strings here. So if we have, you know, this is the proposed syntax for skipping things in CI only, but I haven't, you know, worked this out yet. But this is just an example that would be allowed, and pre-commit.ci is not gonna, or sorry, pre-commit is not gonna validate this, but pre-commit.ci will. Maybe if you get a little violent, your landlord might consider kicking you out. The thing is, unfortunately, in my rental agreement, an eviction results in forfeiture of all of the money for all of the remaining years or remaining months of rent, unless it is deemed to be the landlord's fault. So if I were evicted for being violent, I would have to pay all of the rent there, which would suck. Yeah. But anyway. Hey, what's up, Marsma? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Mouth noises. Did I make more mouth noises? Man. This is secretly an ASMR stream where I just make weird noises with my mouth. But anyway, I'm gonna merge this. This will go in the next feature release of pre-commit. I didn't have any outstanding bug. Oh, maybe I should have checked before I did that. I didn't think there were any on master. Yeah, there's no bug fixes. So the next will be 210. I think I want to merge this as well. I need to make sure it is ready to merge. Oh, well, shit. I just broke it. Damn it! Alright, I'll fix it for them because I feel bad. GitHub pre-commit/pre-commit. Paul H. Fisher. Did I spell that right? Fisher, yeah. Paul H. Fisher /pre-commit. Also, I just noticed last night. So I have to do this really annoying thing when I switch between recording YouTube and recording for Twitch. I have to change two things. One, I need to disable the keyboard cam, and two, I need to enable the desktop audio recording. And then when I switch to streaming, I need to switch both of those off. Or switch, you know, flip the state of both of those. And I forgot to do it last night, so I'm expecting that video to get demonetized on YouTube. Although it's short enough that it's possible that I didn't hit any of the copyright-free songs that sample. So I might be okay. But it's currently monetized. We'll see what happens with that. But I goofed. So I super messed that one up. I have to move the plushies. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot the plushies also. So there's gonna be plushies in the video tomorrow, or 7 minutes ago, I guess. Hey, what's up, the Endless River? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Nick Roy, welcome back. Good to see you again. I'm doing well. Git checkout warn, git status, git branch dash u, origin master, git rebase dash I. Origin master. I should really do a video about conflicts at some point. I know it's on my list of things to do. The problem is every time I encounter a conflict thing, it always ends up being something where, you know, I just solve it on stream. Also, rebase conflicts are kind of weird. Wow, they added a bunch of tests here. Oh, I wanted to rewrite their tests slightly too, so we're gonna do that as well. Okay, so these are the tests I added in the other branch, and these are the tests that they added. This fits on one line. Yeah. These are some of the problematic ones. And I expect this to be something where where we don't get it right for the first patch, and someone will let us know and we'll fix it. So this patch makes it so that mutable references receive a warning when pre-commit loads the configuration. And unfortunately, we can't. I mean, querying whether it's mutable is possible. However, it's slow to do so while running. So We're just using a heuristic that if it doesn't look like a version, it's probably not a version. And the heuristic for that is incredibly simple. It's does it contain a dot and is it not a hash? We should have also put short hash in here as well. Yeah, I'll do that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Friendly by the speaker says, is it generally good practice to go into someone's PR in a repo when you maintain to fix things, or only when you break things like introducing conflicts or whatnot? Curious because I will open up a few things soon and won't want to be an ass. Let me read this notification, then I'll answer that. Toothless Viking has resubscribed 2 months in a row. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate that. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Toothless Viking. So I just talk with gums, I guess? So my opinion on that friend left by the speaker is I will fix things if they're either trivial, like very, very easy to fix. I will often squash people's commits together, because I feel like that's trivial. And sometimes a committer will disagree on something, and I'd rather just like fix it for them. Whenever I do that, I, give them credit for all of the contributions. So I will, I'll rebase their branch and I'll maintain their authorship instead of resetting the authorship to myself. But I think it's, pretty commonplace. It's less common on other platforms where it's not enabled by default. So like GitLab, you have to check a little box so that the maintainer can modify stuff. And it's not the default, which I find really annoying because sometimes it means that I just close people's pull requests instead of, taking their change. But I think it's fine. And, I'm doing it here. There's also like, particularly nitpicky things. Like I wouldn't have bothered to tell this person to put this all in one line, even though it fits in one line. Just because I that's just going to be a waste of their time and my time. But I will just fix it for them if I have to do something else. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts there. Nick Roy says, almost done with school before winter break, so I'm finishing up all my school projects. Nice! Hey, what's up, Sammy Volas? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Merge conflicts are the worst. I worked with somebody who constantly created new branches from a not up-to-date master, so each PR was a merge conflict. Oh, no. Dude, this Viking son is just talk normally. Nice, nice. Hey, what's up, Noob404? Hello, hello. But I wanted to pytest client-lib, just make sure that I didn't bring anything, and we didn't. Git rebase continue. Git push pol head -f. The one thing that sucks about rebasing is, they seem to be familiar with a rebase workflow anyway, so they're already force pushing. But for new contributors, it can often be confusing where the branch comes from. Oh, I wanted to change this messaging too. Damn it. Mutable. Appears to be a mutable reference. Moving tag / oh god. Moving tag / branch. Pre-commit prefers. Let's see. Mutable references are never updated after first install and are not supported. See. I hate this link is broken into 2 lines. How can I reduce the indentation here? Because I think if I reduce this, it'll fit. No, it won't. Still won't fit. E501 for more details. Well, I was at 125. Wait, what? I must have forgotten a character somewhere. Oh, wait. I was going to modify this and then I didn't. Right. Yeah, it's gonna make that too long. Of course, because I changed the error message, I gotta change the test to temp. Oh my goodness. Let me go to temp. Test / client-lib. Just tabbing this out. Okay, E501. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Breezy B? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. GitLab has some questionable UI UX choices. Yeah, GitLab is a fucking clusterfuck. It's so bad. 244 says, isn't the solution there to just no review until they've sorted the conflicts, or would that not be possible? Yeah, that happens. Left by the speaker says, by the way, I drove down to France to see my parents after making sure I was negative, of course, and my mom says she can't follow what you say. I told her to wait until you modify a Json file and she'll be good. That's funny. JP Pratt's redeemed. I review some of your code. Oh yeah, I did review some of your code. Thank you for redeeming that. We did offline though. I remember Anthony writes code, said he might take it away. Yeah, I already reviewed it offline though, so we won't see it on stream. Toothus Viking says, by the way, I don't know if you've tried it, but I highly recommend the Tilix terminal. I see you're using GTK Plus, so it'd fit right in. It's a tiled terminal. I imagine it's pronounced Tilix, not... Alright, let's look at what it is. I need to support a few very basic things. I don't really like tiled things. I prefer tabs. I'm not going to use panes. Manual installation. I love how that says that. Transparent background image support. Does that mean it supports Sixels? Features. Why just tell me, what is this? What does it mean? Which spec are you doing? I guess we can just search Sixel in here and see if it has support for it. It needs to be done in VTE. Oh, it uses libVTE, so it doesn't have Sixel support then? Why does it say image if it doesn't have Sixel support? Yeah, libVTE added it and then removed it. Because I don't know why. They didn't actually comment why they removed it. They just reverted the entire patch for some reason. But yeah. GitLab to-do lists and PRs are also a nightmare. I want to copy the text by selecting it, trigger the to-do item. Oh no. Yeah, I hate that checking the box also sends an email. Like, what? Time critical, so grumbling and fixing myself is the best way. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Hey, what's up, Priox? Hello. It's like a weird hybrid of Tmux and i3. What is a Sixel? You know, I could probably do a video about that. Video idea Sixel. Let me show you an example. by booting another VM where I have hacked on Sixel support to GNOME terminal via some real fun hacks. Git push pull head -f. Let me push this first and to prove it. Oh, god damn it. The dreaming factor for GitLab though is how open they are with almost everything in their handbook on communication and stuff. You know, their openness is a double-edged sword, whatever the fucking phrase is. I reported a bug, and one of their product managers like jumped into the thread and started telling me how I was wrong, and I'm like, no. No, this is awful. You need to fix this. And then they did all of their like nitpicky product management in the GitHub issue. So I got an email every time the product manager nagged one of the developers to like, hey, when is this going to be done? Hey, are you still working on this? Hey, can I reprioritize this? And it's just like, oh, please stop. I just want to know when this is fixed. I don't really care about all the annoying side effects of this patch. But yeah, that was a mess. Bully says, unpopular opinion, Mercurial greater than Git. That is indeed an unpopular opinion. I think Mercurial has lost the battle at this point. Okay, so if we look at GNOME terminal here, I'm running a fork that I made. And we also look at libvte. We're also running a fork of libvte. I should just grab acetilly 2. And we're also running a fork of the G-object introspection library. I think something else too, that I didn't number properly. I don't know. But anyway, we're running a weird fork of GNOME terminal here. And if I run this Python script here that prints out this weird escape sequence, this weird escape sequence is what's called a sixel. And a sixel is a, what is it, six something pixel? I don't know. But if we run this script, it's really, really small. It's kind of hard to see. But it prints out this tiny little image here. And if we zoom in on it, oops. Yeah, that's the terminal being buggy. What the fuck? Why is it not letting me zoom? Yeah, we did it this way. You can see that we print a little image that says hi here. And so you can put images into the terminal, which is kind of cool. And I actually, tomorrow during the 12-hour stream, we might use this to augment my Twitch bot to support real emotes and real badges, which I think would be real cool. But I don't know enough about sixels, and so we're going to be doing a bunch of research to see if it's easy, feasible, or possible. Partially because like we would need to substitute text inline. I think Twitch gives us all the information to render it. It's really just like, can we make it happen? Can't wait for Pog in the Terminal. Yeah, yo, Pog in the Terminal would be dope. That's the goal, right? That's the dream. That does sound painful. Yeah, it's pretty painful. Reminds me of the Azure Pipelines bug discussion. That one was just dumb. That one was just like, hey, can you log in and see if it goes away? And it's like, no, that's not the point. Girls, says Jamie Pratt. Yeah. Daruk says, does it support alpha? I think it does, but I don't know if my wacky fork of GNOME terminal does. Sixel alpha channel. 24-bit color. Oh, this is just one of those weird converter things. Sixel Wikipedia. Is this a pattern 6 pixels high and 1 pixel wide? dun, dun. Where is the thing here? Each pixels are read as binary encoded into a single 6-bit number. Huh, that would significantly limit the number of colors. But I could have sworn. Yeah, these look like, not 6-bit colors. Unless this is, yeah, maybe, maybe it's not supported? I could have sworn there was 256 support. Oh yeah, here we go. The colors in the registers are defined using either RGB or HLS values in a particular DEC format. There's like this one page. Is it this page? Yeah. So this looks much higher color than... Oh, maybe this isn't more than, you know, 2, 4, 8-bit. 8-bit color is way less than this, though. But yeah, you can have anime girls in your terminal, too, if you really want to. Or boot a full Windows XP instance in your terminal. Yeah, I don't know. Weep terminal. Yeah, I wonder who's the author on most of these things. Yeah, it looks like from this it's 65,535 colors. I don't know. I have no idea. But we'll do some more research on that, I guess. Oh, looks like you can set it here. No, that's the background color. I don't know if that's actually helpful. 15 BPP. What is 15 BPP? Something they made up, it looks like. Number of colors to reduce the image to. Yeah, I don't know. But we might work on that tomorrow. We'll see. But it does work. The thing is, the zoom is all sorts of fucked up. So like, even though I'm zoomed in, this is tiny. So there's all sorts of weird stuff. But yeah. Oh, I haven't gotten an email for that Azure bug, Build Office. Can you send the link in chat? Because I feel like they unsubscribed me from it. 6 stands for 6 pixels. I see. Any news on your bounty hunting? Google is going to pay me their minimum bounty for finding one bug there. I reported 3 bugs against Google, and they silently fixed 2 of them after I reported. So I'm like, what the fuck? Can has dollars, please. So they're yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Github still has not gotten back to me, which is what the main bug is. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, so I was looking for this link the other day, and Swills finally not finally. Swills posted this in the chat, so I'm happy to find this. This shows all of the versions of packages that have been packaged for all packagers. So I'm going to bookmark this in Firefox so that I can get to this again. But this one. Amazing. Yeah, they unsubscribed me from this. I never unsubscribed, but I haven't gotten any update on these. A fix for this issue has been prepared. Amazing. Hey, what's up, Hex and Beast? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. But yeah, we'll probably play with that later. Oh no, I'm turning off my computer while I'm streaming. Okay, did I already give them the kitty cat here? No kitty cat. Why did I not? There we go. You get kitty cat. So that'll go into the next feature release. There should never ever be a basic auth prompt ever, right? Right? They didn't get a kitty, they got Pikachus. I think this is from like the first episode of Pokemon, right? Where there's a whole bunch of Pikachus at the Pokemon Center for some reason. And they have to like zap all of the power back on because of a power outage. I don't know. It's been fucking what, 15 years since I've seen that episode, and somehow I still remember this garbage. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so the first thing that I want to work on today, or I want to finish up. I'm very close to getting this done, or at least to a part where I'm happy with it. It's not the first episode? Really? Maybe it's like it's like one of the first few episodes though. Garbage. It's just like things that are in my brain that, you know, I shouldn't need to remember. Power outage, Pokemon Center episode season 1. Oh, it's episode 2. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, the first one's all the Pidgeys and the Ho-Oh. I find it amazing that Ho-Oh was in like the first fucking Pokemon episode. Like years before Ho-Oh actually became a thing. Hey, what's up, M2Dev.net? Hello. Happy Friday to you as well. Yeah, the Pidgeys. JDS5 says, can you explain what's wrong with MyPy here? How should you try a hint like that? It's a trivial example, but not realistic. Just curious. Sure. Make sure this isn't... Oops, why did that not paste? Make sure this isn't W3 schools. Okay. Alrighty. List and union. A, B extends A, C extends A. Okay, let me copy this, run it, and see what MyPy has to say. Deactivate. Virtual VM. Pip install. Pip install MyPy. What am I doing? Pastebin still want to check. I mean, you... people have gotten me with pastebin links before. Incompatible return value type got list union BC expected list B on line 18. Oh, yeah. So this makes sense. So because this function returns a union, you can't implicitly discard a union. So you need a way to assert that this is the right type. If you flip these, it's fine. So like, this function could return, you know, if this function had list B and you returned 1 in here. But because this, you know, this type is incompatible with this type, it requires this. So usually, I mean, in this case, I think the only way you can do it is with a cast, because you can't actually assert this return value here. So you do cast list B. The other thing you could do is change these both to list A. Like this will work. Let's remove the cast. So like if these are both list A, I believe MyPy will know what's up. But otherwise you're doing a crosscast and yeah, or a union cast. If you wanted to do it like this. List union A, B, C. So that'll work, but you're telling MyPy, you know, I'm casting away the union here. I'm saying this must be a particular type. Try union, list B, list C, what's correct? How can we avoid it altogether? I read MyPy says avoid using union if you can, is instance checks, etc. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I would probably have to see your full example to have a better idea of what the right thing to do is here. Because, you know, if this truly returns a union, then, you know, this is definitely unsafe because this could also contain C's instead of just B's. What you probably want to have, like if this is returning either a list of one type or a list of another type, is, you know, and it's predictable based on the shape of the input parameters, you could probably use overload. Something like this, list B, overload list C, and then have, you know, B as a bool, return the union, and then if we did return 2 B equals true, and then I believe MyPy will be happy with this. Of course I have to import literal and overload. Overload implementation cannot produce return type of signature 1. Overloaded function implementation cannot produce return type of signature 1 or of signature 2. What? What? How is this supposed to work? Oh, I think this has to be equals false. Oh my god, what? I should know how to do this. I did a video on it. Is this what we want? Cannot produce return type of signature 1. Oh, I have the unions wrong. This was fine. This should be union, list B, list C. There we go. And then I think I can downgrade this to bool. Overlap, it's fine. How do I make this work? Well, it worked before, so we can just say literal false. Okay. Maybe there we go. Oh, the frames again. Damn it. That sucks. I don't know what to do there. Sorry about that. But anyway, here's like another thing you might want to try. Literal only exists in 3.8. I'm stuck on 3.7 for now. Yeah, but you can do this from typing import type checking. And then, oops. If type checking. Do this, and then replace literal with quoted stuff. Oh, actually, I mean, at that point, you're in 3.7, so you can use from future import annotations. So you could do that. That'll work in Python 3.7. Somebody get request that video, right, Dota? But yeah. That might help. Hey, what's up, KNGL? Hello, hello. And Lil Newt, how's it going? Time to watch your own content. Yeah. ISP doing ISP things again. Indeed, indeed. Greg Higgy says, has anyone here ever used GitLFS? I have indeed used GitLFS. It's okay. It works. It's kind of weird how it works. Without using forward references? Yep, indeed. I go over this in a video. I don't remember what it's called, so we're gonna look it up. I think it's yeah, this one. This video. Where I go over type annotations and future annotations and quoting in 3.6. But in 3.7 you can use future annotations because 3.7 has nice things. Okay, anyway, the thing that I want to do, git fetch, git reset hard, origin whip, okay, so we need to take this command, identify exec, make svg bash dash c this, bash dash xc. So this is just setting up a thing in the background. So now if I, every time I save this file, sometimes it runs more than once. Oh, now it's not doing it. Did I break this somehow? What the fuck? Every time I save this file, it should regenerate. Okay, cool. T.html. Okay, so what I'm working on is this chart, which I'm slowly getting it done, but we're working on the this part here. Duda says, how do you know 100 things about Python? Only 100 things? I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time. Not sure exactly. But I don't know. Hey, what's up, Epsilon? Hello, hello. Not adminting? Yeah, I mean, I finished yesterday's. I don't have anything more to do right now. I guess I could do more in SQLite, but I'm otherwise caught up. He's been programming for over 19 years. Yeah, that's why I know a lot of stuff, I guess. I've only been doing Python for 8, though. Anthony is like 22 years old. Yeah. You learn to write cursively and programming around the same time. It's true. Thomas Byte says only doing Python for 8 years. Yeah, I mean, some of it was garbage Python too, so I don't know that it was particularly good. But anyway, I've been working on this chart. I'm thinking that I actually want to put the legend up in the top right. I've been doing Python for 8 years. My face when I'm running garbage Python right now. Yeah. I'm actually surprised how much the camera shows and that my knee shows up on frame. Cause like, I don't know, it's like from here up. And I guess like I can get my knee pretty high, but don't diss my garbage code. I'm not dissing your garbage code. I was talking about my garbage code. But anyway, I think I'm gonna try and get it working here and then see if I can move it. But I'm currently writing SVG by hand. This code is some of the most disgusting code I've written in a long time, but I want to get this done so I can work on other stuff. So this is maybe not the most compelling content, but this is what I want to work on. Bzens! Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Oh, it doesn't show up in the notification. Thank you for $10, Bzens. Appreciate that. Donations. This is new. Devilhound, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we'll see what happens here with this. So Yuka says, hey, the question, is this project of your rentable for you right now? What? What do you mean, Zayuka? What? I'm not sure what you mean. Alexa Placan, thank you for the subscription with Prime Gaming. Appreciate the sub. Welcome to the stream. Tom Spite says, just realized you're an open source dev. Should have read the description beforehand. Yeah, I do work on a lot of open source stuff. Tom Spite says, Flickate. Yeah, that's one of the things I maintain. Please buy a wide angle camera so we can see feet too. Oh no. Yeah, right now if you unbutton your shirt, we can only get maybe 3 unbuttons worth. It's true, it's true. Zenka says, not rentable, sorry. Is the income enough for you to work full-time on it? No. I am currently bleeding money. My sources of income are not enough to pay for rent. Not to mention things on top of rent, but like, yeah. My current income sources are YouTube, GitHub sponsors, Twitch, Tidelift, and I think that's it. And I don't make I don't make anywhere near enough money to pay rent. And this product is currently only has a free version, so I need to get to the point where I can do the paid version of this. Actually, let me check on that. See how close we are to being able to enable a paid version. Create login with prod. Prod password. 2-factor. Not gonna click on Yelp, even though it's also red and in the same position. I should just uninstall Yelp. I don't use it anymore. Okay, how many installs are we up to? Dynamo. I could probably do this from the command line. I should probably make a script from the command line instead of having to log in. Installs. 89. We have not increased since the last time I checked. I need 11 more here. But yeah. Greg Katie says, feel free to not answer my question because it's out of left field, but at work I have a repository with a bunch of Git LFS objects. When I do git clone, it gets the objects, but they're really small. I have to do git LFS clone after I clone, and I have to do git pull. Would you know why this is? I've made a post on Stack Overflow, but thought I might give it a shot here. Yeah, so the way git LFS works is it actually checks in a little file that's just a pointer to actual LFS storage. And the LFS machinery works by overriding git hooks to pull into to pull down those large objects and replace them on disk with a smudge filter. So it kind of pretends that those files are there. But yeah, so that's why you have to do all of those separate steps. You shouldn't need to do git LFS clone after the first time you've run in on a repository, because that'll install the LFS hooks. Thomas Spite says, where are you located? I am in San Mateo, California. Logged in with the root creds. Yeah, I know, I'm still using the root creds. I need to fix that at some point. Dota has noticed as well. But, you know, it's not all that different than making a separate user. And still protected by 2-factor, so it's not a huge deal. 7 Dynamo tables. You should probably combine those into one table. The thing is, they have different querying patterns, and so combining them into one table is not, not going to work. So for instance, like this has an index. And so I wouldn't be able to make an index over all of the items. So I don't think it's a best practice. It also makes your data really hard to reason about. I mean, it's certainly cheaper, but I would not go around calling it a best practice for sure. It is one way that you could set things up, but it is not a best practice. But anyway. Okay, yeah. So I need to put text next to these, and I need to put a label down here that says, seconds since pull request creation. Smaller is better. A colleague of mine lives in San Mateo who knows maybe your buddies, but he's a Java person. I'm sure that's a friendship blocker. Java's fine. I've written a bunch of Java. There's San Mateo's pretty big though, so it's possible that I don't know them. Although if they ever commuted to San Francisco on Caltrain, I've probably run into them, whether or not I know who they are. So it's possible that they would be a familiar face, but somebody I don't know. Okay, we've got, this is this rectangle up here, so we need to make a text box here. I have this up there that I can reference. Text. 1, 2, 3, 4. X equals what? We need to grab this plus some amount, so let's do 16 plus, and these are 12 wide, so maybe, I don't know, 16 more? Sure. Y equals v line n plus 32. Let's try that. And then fill equals line color. Font family equals sans serif. I could probably pick a better font than this, but this will work for now. Font size 12 pixels. And this is, let's just do test. What does this do? Okay, that's very much not in the right spot. What does the offset use? Is it baseline or is it? That's not right either. It needs to be like here. Okay, that's the right position. Caltrain's still not having Wi-Fi. Yo, that would be so good if it had Wi-Fi. Flake Webby says, how much of your day is coding? I don't know. That's kind of a hard question to answer. I think when I had a job and I didn't have responsibilities at the job, it was probably somewhere around like 10 hours a day. But as soon as I started doing more tech leady stuff, it probably bumped down to like, 3 hours at work and 3 hours outside of work, so less than that. I don't know. Something like that. But now that I'm, fun employed, it's whenever I'm in front of a computer, kind of. Perry King says Caltech. No, I went to University of Michigan. They commuted to Palo Alto, but they would pronounce Json as Json. I see. Anyway, no more PII exposure in chat. Yeah, well, chat already knows I live in San Mateo, so it's not a big deal. Hey, what's up, Juice? Hello, hello. You can probably combine all those tables. You can implement an overloaded secondary index for all rows. Additionally, I believe it is the best practice to have as few tables as possible, with some AS pioneers advocating for single table structures. Yeah, well, I think they're wrong, so I'm not going to change it. Bsen says, hire remote.io. Oh, yeah. I've looked at this before. I'm actually not looking for a job at the moment. I'm confident that with your specific access pattern for all those tables, I bet you can combine it. I'm not saying you should at all. I'm just saying it's definitely possible. I mean, yeah, everything's possible, but that doesn't make it easier to reason about. And I'm optimizing more for, being able to think about a problem than anything else. Lexi.exe says, I just checked the pre-commit.ci website. Awesome tool. One question. What if a team member doesn't run pre-commit locally on their machine? Push a commit to CI. How do I make sure their CI fails for that commit but runs my tests after pre-commit CI runs? That's how it works. that's just how it works. It already does that. That's actually like most of the point. Levy.exe. I can show you an example too. A somewhat ironic example, actually. Runner image. This is somebody committing to the pre-commit CI runner image. And you'll note here that they didn't run, probably because they did it in the GitHub UI. They didn't run the hooks locally. And so pre-commit CI, failed their commit here. But also automatically fixed it. So you can see that it swooped in and it was like, I got you. I'll remove your trailing white space. But yeah, that's kind of the point, is that, you know, even if you don't do the local tooling, pre-commit.ci will do the fix on the check and the fix on the PR. Hey, what's up, Two Eyes? Hello, hello. Devilhound says, with your skills, can't you easily pick a job with some tech company or Fang? So I don't want to work at Fang. But yes, I could. Do you just prefer what you do now way more, even if it means less financial security? I have zero financial security. I have negative financial security. So what I'm doing right now is not sustainable, but you know, eventually I'll get another job. But until then, I'm gonna work on this thing that I've been wanting to work on for a while. Okay, so this one should say wait time. And then we need to do another one for this for this rectangle, which is what? 16 plus 16 plus 52 plus 10. This is runtime. I kind of want to see what it looks like if I put it up here. Apologies if I'm coming off as an ass. Not intended by any means. Separating tables by resources seems to be a relational setup. Regardless, I want to say thanks for being a maintainer on Flygate. Yeah, so my data is largely relational, so that's why it does look that way. But it's cheaper for me to, you know, square peg round hole into a key value store so that I don't have to pay for the data store. But yeah. What about freelancing? I have one thing that is lined up that I might be doing that will, you know, essentially do things that I like to do, but people pay me money for it. But I've been primarily focusing on this, so yeah. Ricky says, thanks for the explanation. Who says lurking here doesn't pay off? Indeed, indeed. I guess I could do a video on that as well. Video idea get LFS. Kind of explain what it does, how it works. So I guess Dante says use stages 1 for pre-commit and 2nd for your test. Usually stages run after the previous one is finished, so you'll avoid your waste. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry so much about waste. Like, just send it. You know, the amount of my CPU usage you're wasting is almost zero. Hey, what's up, Sarcastic Dante? Oh, I didn't even notice it was you. Thank you for coming back. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. I assume you've been busy recently. I haven't seen you in a while. That's not to mention not maintaining servers. Yeah, it's true. That's, I mean, kind of a big part. I mean, I could use Aurora or the other hosted relational stores, but they cost a lot more, so I'm currently operating my database workload entirely for free, so that's pretty nice. I'm like nowhere near any of my capacity limits. RDS, yeah. RDS is kind of... I've not had good experience with RDS, personally. Okay, so this is the most viewed table, so the metrics here are, you know, kind of relevant. You can see that we're nowhere near the read capacity on this table. So if you look at some of the other tables, like they're, you know, pretty low as well. Well, that one's actually, I mean, this gets hit every run, so it kind of makes sense. I can actually slim this one down a lot so that it gets fewer calls, but yeah. Anyway, I'm doing the same with my Discord bot. RDS is okay, just expensive, but that's expected. Yeah. I don't know why, though. I feel like maintaining a key value store is... I guess to do it cross-region is more... I don't know. Maintaining a key value store feels way more operational workload for me, but I guess they're trying to push people into their own products, so it makes sense. Not really busy. I was either playing WoW or going to sleep after work to wake up and watch some Japanese streamers. Nice, nice. Awesome. Anyway, I can merge this. Okay, let's try and move this up here, because I think it would look better up there. But doing that is going to be annoying. How do I do this? So this will be what? Actually, let's sort of checkpoint ourselves there. Lemon.exe says, with waste I mean time. It could be annoying to commit, wait a few minutes, CI job fails for pre-commit. Pre-commit CI runs and makes a new commit, then the CI starts all over again on the new commit. I mean, GitHub Actions will cancel previous jobs. So if you're doing that, you know, your other CI system will cancel. But you're actually wasting more time if you're blocking, because you would have to wait for a blocking step. And pre-commit CI is fast enough that, you know, that new commit is going to come in pretty quickly. With the Discord bot, I combined all my access patterns into a single table. I would admit the DynamoDB table is not optimized for human consumption, only programmatic access. Yeah. Japanese streamer, do you mean Anutani Satoru? Good streamer, yeah. That's funny. Okay, so the position that I want to aim for is like up here somewhere. And I know the vertical line X is somewhere over here, so we can use that as, or vertical line Y. We can use that to position it over here. We just need to subtract some amount from the right-hand side. And we know the width, I think. Is the width constant? Width is constant, so let's put that in here. I have a fuck ton of variables here. Too many. Width. Okay, so let's do x equals width minus, I don't know, let's do 72. And y equals v line start. Let's see what that does. It breaks things. What do you mean? No root element found. Did I crash? I did crash. V-line start is not a thing. What is it called? V-line end, Y start. Oh, the music has stopped. Yes. Okay, so that moves that up here. I think it needs to be further to the left. Oh, I forgot to move this with it. Okay, so let's subtract more there. Let's do like 120. Yeah, like that. So we can move this one on top of it. And then we need to do width minus 120 plus 16. And then this will be y start plus 10. What do you mean? Oh, I spelled this wrong. Okay. I think that's good. I like that. This is such a fun old clip. Kawaii! Not enough ubu. Dumpspite says, dude, your alerts are awesome. I think it goes really well with the theme. Yeah, I've actually been meaning to improve them. Similar to how ShazRobot animated the Discord icon. So, I don't know if you can see it. I guess I can zoom in. If you mouse over this, you get a little animation, and then it pops up the past. So I would like to do something like that with my Discord overlays, but I haven't had time to work on them in a while. So, but if somebody wants to work on them, they are on GitHub. If you want to play around with them, here's where the code for the overlays lives. It's pretty hacky. Not all of the So all of the IDs are from Streamlabs, so those can't change. But any of these classes you can modify. But yeah, they're all up on GitHub if you want to play with them. Japanese streamer right there. Why you went the SVG way, says Bladatis. I couldn't find something that rendered it exactly how I wanted it to look. And this gives me the most flexibility. And it's super one-off, so fuck it. I'm just gonna make it work this way, I think. What are your thoughts on Clio? I mean, without seeing it, I'm gonna use argparse anyway. But oh, it's class-based. No, fuck this. Everyone makes the same mistake. There's like mutable global variables and classes for command lines. And magical strings for parsing. Yeah, like this is gross. This is slightly too magical, and this requires you to have a global variable that you modify. So it's really easy to fuck up the state here. But I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it works, but I've been bitten too many times by these silly cutesy parser things that do this shenanigans. But yeah, that's my thoughts there. Shazard says, "Gotta go one more final to finish tonight. Later, everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by. Oh, are we going derper here, sarcastic Dante?" Oh my goodness. Oh wait, why didn't it work? Why didn't it close the tab? I must close the other tab. Hey, what's up, Senpas? Hello. Where's X says, I heard parser and I looked at my phone. Did you finish the problem from last night, Where's X? Can I show you my solution, which I think is pretty silly? I don't want to spoil it if you haven't finished it yet, though. I like the cool things it does with coloring and nice tracebacks, but yeah, I find the magical string stuff really gross. I see. I made sure to include the not enough ooh. That's great. That's great. Now there should be 90 out of my university account. Nice. Shed says, also, thanks, Anti-Rights Code. Wait, what happened? Oh, you're so close. We're doing a 12-hour stream tomorrow, so we will be resetting that. Sorry, still trying to recover from the PTSD of last night's parser. Did you finish it though? Hey, what's up, Mrs. Q? Hello. Hey, dude, how's my favorite Python guy doing? I'm doing all right. We're doing a little bit of it. Oh, I closed. That's what happened. I closed this. Dang it. We needed that. Come back. All right, here we go. Okay, so we moved one of them up there. Let's see what happens if we move the other one up there. Okay, so X should be width minus 120 plus width minus 120, yeah. And then Y should be Y start plus 20. Let's see, what does that do? Yeah, that's the right spot. And so then this should be Y start plus 20. And this should be Y start plus 20 plus 12. And I'm really hoping that I don't ever have to modify this code again, because this code is disgusting. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not the right spot. Width minus 120 plus 12. I'm like on this cusp of not understanding how this code works, so that's why I'm really concerned about maintaining this. Width minus 120 plus 16, and then this should be Y start plus 20 plus 10. Nice. Okay, I think that looks good. This Q says, by the way, PopOS tiling GNOME is amazing. You can have i3 WM tiling inside of GNOME. all of that from extension. Yeah, have you seen my window manager? Octavia says, do you have any Dockerfile best practices for pip installs? Copy requirements.txt to a specific directory, no cacher, etc. Yes. I've been meaning to make a video about this as well. I don't, it doesn't really matter where you put the requirements.txt. Deleting it is actually worse than keeping it in the image. Where's the last one that I did? I think this actually has a requirements.txt thing in it. Dockerfile. Yeah, so I copy it into a temp directory. It really doesn't matter where you put it. This just felt, convenient. But you want to use, well, you don't need to do this, but I do this anyway. You want no cacher, because otherwise it will put things into your image. And actually, I can remove this argument because I have this here. And I can remove this argument because I have this here. So let's just do that, since that's an easy fix. pre-commit.ci/runner image. Disable version check. Interesting that I still armorf local. Something else must show up in there. Oh, you know what? Virtual shows up in there. That's why. Git add issue. Simplify. Simplify. Pip install. You noticed me, senpai. It's true, it's true. Also apparently Twitch clarified their ban of the word simp, and apparently it is only banned if you are using the word for harassment. So we can continue to meme about simp as long as we're not harassing someone. Or at least that's what I understand about it. But anyway, oops. Well, we'll leave this open because I might merge it later. Never has chat. Yeah. But yeah, my solution for yesterday's advent of code problem is pretty memey. I didn't actually parse it at all. So the problem is for yesterday's, for spoilers, by the way, 2020 day 18. That's all over the place here. Yeah, I didn't parse it all. What I did is I regexed the parenthesized portions out of here using this regular expression here. And then while parentheses matched, I replaced them out. And so this regular expression matches a parenthesis followed by any non-parenthesis character followed by a parenthesis character. So this gets the innermost parenthesized things out. And then I use this special replace callback here, which does the computation of the inner part. And so the computation is just like split it on white space and then take two operands at a time and replace those out. And so it just like repeatedly, we can do it. We can put a print here and show what it looks like. Print line python part 1.py. Actually, let's print the original line. Print line and then print some equals. So you can see it slowly simplify the expression. So you can see, I don't know, here's one up at the top. So we start with this, we grab this part out, regex replace it, and you get this part, and then we regex replace this, and you get this part, and then finally, there's no parentheses anymore, so it just finishes it. And they all work like that. And for part 2, I did a similar thing. For part 2, I did a similar thing. Part 2, the multiplication has a lower precedence than addition. So for part 2, we still have that same simplify loop here. So we do print line, and then print line, and then print, separator here. And then up here we do the same thing, so print s. But in this one we do a regex for the addition, so we do addition first. So if we do part 2 now, you can see. Hold up, what? Oh, because it prints the inner one. This is harder to see because it simplifies sub expressions first. But you can see, like, for this one here, it took this inner part first and simplified. Oh, that's part 1. But it took this inner part first and then got this part here, simplified this 9 plus 3, then simplified the 12 plus 5 here, then did the multiplication, then it was done with this chunk, so it inserted the 51 here. Then there was no adds in here, so it's all just multiplies, and then, oh, we don't actually see the one from this edition. Huh. Weird. Oh yeah, we do, it's right here. Wait, why is this the wrong spot? I must have put the print in the wrong spot. But anyway, that's how I did it. So fancy, clever regular expressions. There is a solution which uses eval, which was shared on the Discord. Basically, how they did it was to replace each of the operators with either equal precedence operators for part 1, or overload division to actually do addition and have division be a higher priority, and then replace plus with division for part 2, which I thought was really cool. Actually, let me see if I can find their solution. Yeah, here's I believe this is Mumi's solution. So make a special number type that overrides all of the operators to do weird ass things, and then substitute all the numbers with this, and for part 1 do replace multiplication with subtraction, so that subtraction and addition are the same precedence, and just make subtraction do multiplication instead. And then for part 2, replace addition with multiplication so that it's higher precedence, and just have, multiplication do addition instead of multiplication. And then eval. But yeah. Where's X says nano? So technically it's not nano. I used to use nano, but now it is my own text editor called Babby. But yeah, eval totally works for this problem. But you have to do some clever stuff to make that work. I need to record my video about this later, but anyway, that's day 18 in silly ways. Okay, we're gonna merge this once that's done. Oh, Nani? Oh, I see. That's funny. I guess nano, the F also works the same as Nani. But anyway, get pull and prune. Run their image. Okay. We're still working on this thing. I think I can move this over a little bit. What happens if we change this to instead of 120? Let's see, 120 to, let's do 112 instead. I should make that a constant. Yeah, let's do that. Legend px. Yes. Okay, so now I can change this to like 104, for instance. or 100, or no, that's too far. Yeah, something like that. If you want to make your video longer for day 18, you can do both ways of doing it. Yeah, that's true. I think I'm going to show both of them. Just because I think that the eval solution is really interesting. Nico Lajage says pre-commit, huh? This doesn't look like GitHooks. Yeah, I'm I mean it's related. So I'm building a CI system called pre-commit.ci, and it uses the pre-commit framework that I created, which is an open source tool that, you know, takes tools at versions, and it knows how to integrate with GitHooks. This part's kind of optional. The big selling point is the, you know, it knows how to install the tools and run them against stuff. But as part of building this CI system, I want to compare it against other CI providers. So I've taken some timing data for equivalent configurations for each of the, you know, most popular providers. Yeah, I'm comparing against the, you know, I'm comparing against all the other ones and building a chart so I can put it up on the website. Hayden says, you know, it's better than pre-commit.ci, pre-commit.ci. Binary pixel search. It's true, it's true. Oh, you built that? I was looking at that a few weeks ago when I built my own hook handler. I don't know why you would write your own hook handler. There's no way it will be better. Can I ban this heathen? No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, I've been building a chart for this. Hey, what's up, Worldwide? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. Most popular and GitLab. Okay, yeah, you guys want to see what it looks like if GitLab is on this chart? There's one line I can change to make GitLab show up here. But GitLab makes the graph look kind of stupid. Oh, you can't see this because it's off screen. All right, this is what it looks like if GitLab is on there. The chart is not the most useful if you include GitLab. So, yeah. GitLab is kind of garbage. Kind of garbage. But yeah, we're just not going to include GitLab on this graph because it's so far off that it doesn't look nice. The project is already disbanded when we realized we could solve the problem with branch protection. Gotta stop developing sometimes and reflect on what you're building. That makes sense. Rozek says, I wonder if certain languages might expose their parser/tokenizer and give you an AST which you can then manipulate. But maybe that's too similar to the solution you just went over. Yeah, so that was actually the first thought that I had with the Python, with a solution in Python, because Python exposes the AST, and then you could use a node visitor to simplify parts, or a node traverser. And so you could do AST dot parse, maybe, you know, 5 plus 5 times 6 plus 3 times 5 or something like this. And actually, let me install my visualizer. Pip install AST pretty. Import AST parse. 5 plus 5 times 5 plus 6 times 3. Sure. So you get a module out of this. We can actually get the expression from .body 0, and then import AST pretty and AST pretty .pprint expr. So you could get a parse tree out of this. And so you could see like where the binary operators are, you know, figure out your left, right, and operands here. And this does already give you some of the grouping here. The problem is this, you know, the AST here assumes operator precedence. So like it implements multiplication as, you know, higher precedence than addition, and so it's evaluated from inside out. And so that would have made it, you know, I thought about doing this for the solution. I didn't really say it out loud, but I know I didn't think it was going to work, so I didn't approach it that way. But yeah, it you know, you totally could use something like that. What about Matplotlib? all of the charts that I saw from so Matplotlib doesn't support images first off, and all the charts that Matplotlib generated looked kind of gross. So use log scale. Yeah. Sarcastic Sante says, no, I refuse to believe it. Oh, that GitLab is really slow? Well, I have the raw data if you want to see the raw data, as well as the configuration. Pre-commit CI demo/demo. So the data is all here, and you can see that GitLab takes forever to start up. Although, interestingly, the first run of GitLab was actually pretty comparable. But every run after that, it took 220 plus seconds to wake up and run the actual thing. And all of the configurations are in this repository, which is why this repo has so many badges. Where's X says, ooh, I guess you'd have to manipulate and reorganize the graph, which could be a lot of work. Thanks for explaining. Oh yeah, the tree, yeah. You could totally do it that way. But I didn't want to turn it into a tree traversal problem. Nikolai Jean says, kind of annoys me that you have to buy GitHub Enterprise to run server-side hooks. It makes sense. It's arbitrary code execution. I mean, you can kind of replace server-side hooks with GitHub Actions in some ways, but yeah, it is, it is a little annoying. But I think like GitHub Actions are a decent, middle ground between the two. You kind of need intermediary branches anyways. Well, I assume you're using a pull request workflow and you're not just yeeting straight to master, right? Hey, what's up, Mad Max? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Or I hope you're not just yeeting straight to master. As long as you're using a pull request workflow, it's not a big deal. Hayden says, have you tried SME to fix the instant DDoS you got the other day? It actually wasn't a DDoS. My ISP just went down. Which happens pretty often in the middle of the day, so it wasn't a denial of service. So I would try it, but it wouldn't help because that wasn't the problem. I have been DDoSed in the past before I streamed, and it does show up in my router logs. Yeah, it was just incredibly coincidental. But yeah. Okay, so now I need kind of the legend down here, which is like time since pull request start and smaller is better. I like this. I like the way I did this. Thing is, yeah, I think it's in a good spot. Not denial of service, just a shitty internet service provider. Yeah. Okay, let's try and figure out how to put a legend here. There is a way to center text, which I'm already doing here, so we'll just use that as well. Name an ISP in America that isn't shitty. Yeah. Actually, I need to fill up my water. I'm way past the time that I'm supposed to fill up my water, so I will be right back, and I will see you in a bit. Yeah, I guess Google would maybe be a good service provider. You know, if they offered Google Fiber here, but they don't, so cry, cry, cry. Okay, but yeah, let's figure out what I want this legend to be, or not legend, title to be. Okay. And actually, I think I can do some CSS and delete some of this code here, because like all the text should always have the same color, so I can do that with CSS. So we're gonna put that after def style text. Do I need to indent this? Probably not. Text fill. What is line color? Although I think the line is actually stroke and not fill. Oh, it is. It's fill for text. It's stroke for line. Damn it. Okay. Okay, that looks good. What if we do SVG to line? Can we do the same thing there? Oh, I didn't actually replace out the other stuff, so I don't know whether this is actually working properly or not. Okay, that works. Nice. I have to make sure that I don't style lines inside this other thing though, so that's why I'm using the arrow selector. Is this XSS safe? No, but there's nowhere to inject user sensitive data, so it's fine. But yeah, this no part of this is dealing with user generated content. But otherwise, yeah, I would want to be using a markup safe library here. But yeah. Line color. I should be able to get rid of all of these now. Okay. And then we'll be able to do font family as well. Font family sans serif. Font fam. And probably use classes to get the other text size down as well. But anyway, I don't know why I was doing all of that. Let's see, class equals small text. Okay, that looks good. Wait, why did I only have to do that in one place? Oh, I guess these are the only ones that are middle? Okay. Interesting that I did these kind of backwards. So it goes, oh, I guess it goes from the negative number to the positive. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just cleaning up a little bit of stuff here so that it's easier to read. Why did I do it like this? That makes no sense. I don't know what line this is. Where are you? What line are you? Oh, you're the vertical line. I did it here as well. That way we have... Oh, I did YX. Why didn't I do XY? I've done XY everywhere else. Well. Seriously, Babby line numbers when? You can only say that word because you're a mod, Hayden. But yeah, I don't like line numbers because it takes up room. And I just use jump to line anyway. James White says, why did I do it like this? Story of my life? Yeah. But I gotta switch those Y's and X's. See, the thing is, I go back and forth between using curses and using... this one's fucked up too. Between using curses and other coordinate systems. And curses, it's Y first. So I often confuse myself about that. There we go. X then Y. That's better. X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. These are just 3 random points, so those are fine. X, Y. Where's the one that I just did that was messed up? This one. And this one. Okay. That's a little more sane now. This probably fits on one line, doesn't it? One line? No, it doesn't. Okay. Class equals shade. I don't think I use that anymore. Class equals wat. Where are you from? Okay. But then you don't know what line you're currently on. Sure I do. I'm on line 171. Easy. Is curses like the imperial system giving the middle finger to standard XY like in math for coordinates? Yeah, 100%. It kind of makes sense because, you know, your screen buffer is in row major form. Simba says, somebody must have asked this, but will you try to accomplish the same results using some library just to compare how long it takes? No. I don't have time for that. Apparently I have time for this, but I don't have time for that. I actually think I'm going to put the classes on the actual line here. Just so that it is a little more succinct, but also, well, never mind, I don't like that. So it doesn't line up. Oh. Okay, let's put the big text down here. Let's quit procrastinating on this. Okay, so we need a text which is at x equals width divided by 2 and y equals what? B line n plus 32? I don't know, I'm just guessing there. And we need class equals middle. What did I fuck up here? I did /a? What am I doing? Blah blah! I guess that's... Is that really middle? This doesn't feel like the middle of the image. Is it text middle? Is that what it is? Oh, it's text middle, okay. That looks better now. Let's do 52. Okay. That's not too bad. Let's see. Seconds. Since PR creation, fewer is faster. SVG is weird. I do like it more bold. What if we do text declaration equals underline? Is that a thing that we can do? We can. We turn off bold now. I don't like the underline. I do like the bold. Yeah, you know the word fewer is kind of weird here. Smaller is better. Seconds after PR creation. I need me a product manager. Let's see. Is Circle CI that fast, or is the GraphNet fish chat? Yeah, no, Circle CI is fast. The solid time is the one that actually kind of matters. Like the end of the bar is what matters. But yeah, Circle CI notices the PR almost immediately. Unlike the rest of the providers. I don't know what they're doing and why they don't notice it so quickly, but yeah, CI and Circle CI and pre-commit.ci are good about noticing it here. Less is better? No, that's just grammatically incorrect. I'm not gonna do that. Where's the 30 tick? It's right here. It's just not numbered. I only numbered the minute ticks. I could do, I could number the other ticks as well. I could also make this a little bit bigger. I feel like it was bigger and I changed it for some reason. Tick height equals 3. Let's try that. Yeah, the thing is I wanted to make the big ticks and the small ticks different. That's okay. Do it in 15-second ticks. There's 15-second ticks. I don't think this is better though. that better? Do after PR submission? Yeah, maybe. Also, how's it going, Melting Lava? Good to see you. Maybe seconds to complete. Yeah. Hmm. Maybe I put this on another line. Because seconds to complete, seconds for PR completion is getting pretty wordy there. Let's see. Seconds for PR completion. It's not really the pull request completion though. It's seconds for run completion after PR. Sammy Zaddy says, "Where on God's green earth were you able to run a DevOps pipeline in under 60 seconds? How about under 10 seconds?" Ethan, how's it going? Sorry I missed your hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. If you are a math person, you would also like to heave the 0 and the 60 and say 0's S and 60s. If you are a math person, you would also like to have the 0... Oh, to have units there? I see. Hey, what's up, Stabby Zaddy? Thank you for resubscribing. Appreciate your subscription. 7 months. Just write Delta T. Hey, what's up, Robin? Hello, hello. I don't... Oops. Seconds to complete after... Or after PR creation. That clearly didn't work. What about that? PR submission? How about submit? Let's see what happens if we put units on these up here. What is the third one? So we have pre-commit.ci, we have circle.ci, we have app.var, we have GitHub Actions, we have Azure Pipelines, and Travis CI. And Unfortunately, we have to keep one of the competitors off of the graph because otherwise the graph looks fucking stupid. And this is what happens if you add GitLab to the graph. But yeah, we have to unfortunately keep GitLab out of the party here. But do you like how adaptive my graph is here? It totally works if you add more CI providers. But most of, so if you notice the GitLab execution here, most of it is in the wait time, which I assume is because I'm using the free time. But yeah, we're gonna make a separate graph for GitLab. Logarithmic scale, yeah, someone actually suggested that. But when running on your own hardware, it's probably not as bad. Yeah, probably. But I'm comparing free providers here, so apples to apples. I don't know if submission is the right word here. I think creation is the better word. I don't really like the word. I don't really like the word submission there. Maybe even pull request. Why not seconds to complete after commit? Because the commit time and the push time is different. Because the pipeline doesn't finish your PR, it just determines approval. Yeah, it's not commit time though, so it's definitely not that. Look at the complete after pull request creation. I like this wording. After upload? After opening PR. After pull request open? How do I italicize text? I want to italicize this. Italicize text. SVG. I gotta be careful, because otherwise I'll click on, oh, it's font style. Font style equals italic. Seconds to complete after pull request? I don't know if that's enough. I don't think that captures what's actually happening here. Did you try cloud build GCP? No, I wasn't going to invest time to learn a CI system just for this. But if somebody wants to send a pull request to both pre-commit.ci and this repository, and it's within 90 seconds of running, I will add it to the graph. But yeah, I started learning drone, and I'm like, I don't have fucking time for this. Why do only skilled programmers use split keywords? Does it come as a whole unit, and you obtain enough skills you can dual wield? I don't think it works that way. I don't necessarily think that, it comes with people being a better or worse programmer. How about just seconds to complete? Ooh. I dual wield whole ass keyboards. Yo, Stabby Zaddy. I used to do the same thing at work. I would have the laptop keyboard, then I'd have my keyboard, and then sometimes I would have a second Apple keyboard. So I could use all three of them at the same time. No, that's lie. Only no good programmers use that keyboard. I really like seconds to complete. Yeah, I think this is nice. It's imprecise, but it is you know, accurate. CodeBlue says, "Where's the GitLab picture?" I'm probably gonna make an option to this script to generate the GitLab one. But do you want to see it with GitLab? I don't know if you missed this. I showed it a couple minutes ago, but this is it with GitLab CodeBlue. It's a much less useful graph if you do that. Oh, why do you have a border? You shouldn't have a border. Where did you get your border from? This one shouldn't have a border? Is that right? Yeah. So why is your border thicker than this border? Okay. I don't know. What do you think about this? Do you think this is a good, at least a good first pass? I know you didn't want to mislead by omitting that you included the wait to start. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that this is I'm as a person who has a statistical background, I fucking hate misleading graphs. So I didn't want this graph to be misleading in any way. I want it to be as straight as possible. And so I didn't want to leave anything out that could potentially mislead. Hey, what's up, Loki Doro? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Master Jedi Anthony. The absolute flex of programmatically generating an SVG. I mean, maybe a little bit, yeah. I should have kept a record of all the changes as one single line. Yeah. Nothing to complain about. The lack of the capital letter bothers me, but Do you want me to be off-brand here and capitalize things? Is that what you want? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. We're not doing that. Is there any optimizations on GitLab that could potentially make it work better? Probably pay money, if I had to guess. We're comparing free things, so yeah. Could you put a small note about the start timer? What do you mean? What do you mean, Stabby Zaddy? Harry says, the wait time is a little weird to see because it might depend on the infrastructure load, doesn't it? This is just like time to first response. Hexfully says time to complete with units on the axis. So I added units to the axis and it looks really dumb. This is what we did when we put units on the axis. Like you can get seconds there, or sec, or seconds. I didn't like any of these. Or you could remove the space, and I felt like this is fine. But I don't know. I think like this is maybe the best. I kind of want thin space. Is there a thin space character? Thin space HTML entity. Thin SP. Ampersand thin SP. That's probably an invalid entity. Entity undefined entity. Really? Thin space SVG entity. Can I use this one instead? 8201. Ampersand Octothorpe 8201. Okay, that's maybe okay. Red Scratcher says, are these averaged over multiple runs? Yes, this is over 5 runs. Time to complete S? Maybe time to complete seconds? Time to complete seconds. What if we do... Except... M dash... Is it EM dash? Oh, so I don't have the same HTML entity problem, aren't I? M dash HTML entity. 8212. 8212. What about that? You could do logarithmic x-axis for GitLab? Yeah, I could. I'm on my way to that roast my code redemption. What do you think about this? And then remove the labels here. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't like this. I think we can eliminate the smaller is better. No, people suck at reading. we need to have that. I think we're gonna go back to this. And then I think we're gonna go with this. Call this good. Shikari says percentages. Percentages are misleading on graphs that aren't actually representing percentages. So there's no percents here. So showing a percentage would be incorrect. I realize like you could use it to say that it's some percent faster, but you know, including that on a graph is misleading. Couldn't you put S at the end of the measuring bar? Like here? Down here somewhere? I have to make the thing wider. Also, I realize you can't see this top part. Question that maybe I missed. When comparing these, obviously pre-commit.ci's wait time is going to be super low due to low load. It should always be low independent of load. The wait time is just report time. So I think it's important to include it because you actually want to know the time that a PR is actionable or like a response is actionable. You don't want to know like I don't know, like it's fucking amazing that pre-commit finishes before GitHub Actions and Azure Pipelines and Travis even start. Like I think that's something that's important that I want to show in this graph. Remember we're dealing with marketing, but I agree with you. Yeah. So like I want this to market well, but I also don't want to be misleading because you know the scientist in me wants me to not make a shitty graph. Okay, but I think this is what we're gonna go with. So let's write the code to generate the GitLab graph as well, which we're gonna add as an option here. Parser.add argument dash GitLab action equals store true. If args.getlab otherwise do this. Total time equals kv for kv in total time items if k in pre-commit.ci and GitLab. So that should stay the same, but now if we change this... What do you mean indentation error? We change this to do --GitLab. Now we get this. This graph looks so silly. Okay, I need a better SVG for GitLab though. Do you have an explanation on why GitHub Actions starts slower than other CIs, even if it's literally GitHub on GitHub? Because GitHub Actions is a front end for Azure pipelines. They are the same backend code, and so whatever their limiting factor is on their backend there is going to be the same for Azure pipelines and GitHub Actions, which is why you'll notice if I if you look at this, the Azure pipelines and GitHub Actions times are basically the same start time within some amount of error bar. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Zionic? Hello, hello. Is the reason for such a small pre-commit time related to scheduling in a larger system where we're not taking into account this aspect? I don't think so. Because if you look at Circle CI, they are a similarly sized system, and their start time is identical to pre-commits. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know the back end of these four systems, but you know, Circle's doing it right, and pre-commit.ci is doing it right, and everyone else seems to be doing it wrong. Was that also the case before the acquisition of GitHub? GitHub Actions didn't exist before the acquisition. So vacuously true? Vacuously false? But yeah. Chiglo says, why is your runtime yellow and the others black? To highlight it. To make the viewer look at it more. Also, the branding colors are this yellow and that black, and so it, you know, lends nicely to that. But it accomplished its goal, right? You looked directly at it. Oh, why did this regenerate weird? I want the GitLab one. I'm just wondering if somebody would argue pre-commit is fast because it isn't handling things at scale. I mean, it is handling things at scale. But, you know, it's much faster, so it has fewer problems. But also, it will scale up with time, and that part's not hard. But anyway. This script is so silly. Okay, let me clean up the code a little bit because I think there's some improvements that can be done here, but we now have the two modes generating, so that's fine and great. This part is hilarious. So the way that I draw these icons here, so for Circle and GitHub Actions, I have an SVG that's the inner part, and then I draw a rectangle around them. The other ones I just have SVGs. I need to get a better SVG for GitLab. Can somebody find me a GitLab SVG? You can barely see the wait time comparing to GitLab. Yeah, and this is zoomed in. If you zoom default zoom, it's even harder to see. But yeah. Japanese cap set. Oh, neat. Look at the Windows 98 logo. Love it. We need box plots and bigger N. This would be the whole truth. Yeah, I agree, but you know, looking at the actual data, there was very little variability, and so I don't know that would actually improve things. Not PNG. What do you mean? original file. Here we go. wget this -o gitlab.svg. I use wget -o. I want a curl -o. We got to remove this. Gotta remove the sketch garbage from here. Let's see how broken this looks. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not bad at all. Man, I had to fiddle with some of these other ones to be real painful. Stabby Zaddy says, I live in mechanical, but man, no one else does. Yeah, it's true. It's true, it's true. Okay, I like that. That's good. And it shouldn't change the other graph, so I don't need to look at that one. Cool. Okay, let's see what I can improve here. This is the wait time. Okay. Oh wait, no. This is the primary bar, and then this is the overlay on top of it. So I'm using a yellow hatch for this one and a black hatch for this one, so that's why I have this. Which is kind of annoying. I couldn't figure out a way to style just the fill pattern. But I was, admittedly not very great at SVG, so it explains why. Also, I like that the pre-commit color is Fab40. that's just the branding color is Fab40. Okay. Anyway, I think that's reasonable. Let me just make sure that this still works. Cool. I like annoying people with loudness on my keyboard. It doesn't help that I'm using more force than necessary to type. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have this, let us check in all the things we need to check in here. Is SVGO implemented in Python or is it in JavaScript? It's in JavaScript. Oh, that's a little annoying. SVG optimizer Python. Is there one written in Python? There is. How garbage is it? Let's see. Virtual VM. Pip install scour. I know SVGO is way better than this, but we're gonna try this thing. Scour help. Can it just optimize everything? Is there just an OAll? %. So if we look at out.optimized, it does look identical. So I guess it did its job. Oh god, what? Oh, there's a fancy tab switcher in Firefox? That's actually annoying. I prefer the, like... Oh, and Control Shift tab is broken. Oh, that sucks. Why would they do this? But yeah, the optimized one looks identical to the non-optimized one as far as I can tell. So that's cool. I'm actually curious what it did. Oh, it didn't even fix up the white space. Why not? It could totally have fixed the white space a lot too. I don't know why it didn't. It's kind of weird, right? Optimize SVG just compression? No, it does some other stuff with, like, you know, making numbers shorter. Although 2E3, I guess this would have been 2000, so it's a slight improvement. And it also will take your... Oh, it didn't rename these. Aw. I'm surprised. It's supposed to, you know, eliminate a bunch of junk in here, but apparently it didn't do a very good job of it. Let's see what SVGO does. npm I SVGO. Try control page up. Control page up. Oh yeah. But control tab is supposed to do that too. And control shift tab. It works in, you know, here. I use this all the time. I didn't drop any frames built out this. I dropped frames earlier in the stream, but I haven't dropped any since then. Node models bin SVGO. How do you work? Input file. Output file. -I out.svg -o out.optimize2.svg. This saved much less. This saved 19%. What? 20% if we do multipass. Okay, I'm having doubts on this 92% here. I think this is a 7% improvement, not a 90% improvement. Can you keep both and do a diff? Yeah, I can. That's what I have right here. diff-u out.svg. Of course, the diff is pretty unreadable because it just jammed a lot of stuff onto its own line. Some of these paths are ridiculous. But anyway, I think I'm not gonna bother optimizing the SVG. I could probably just inline it. And yeah, there's no way it was 98%. If you have npm installed, you can use npx. Yeah, I know about npx. I don't really want to put random shit in my home directory that I have to remember to clean up later, so I'm not gonna use npx. But yeah, this is again like another reason why percentages can be misleading. You can use a number that sounds bigger, but it's really actually representing the opposite, so it's not better. Like it was 98% of the size of the previous one, not a 98% improvement. Which is what I would have expected given the wording that they used. Oh, between the two optimized versions? Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just not gonna bother with the optimization at all. Add.svg node modules package log -rf. Git commit -- amend, and so added a trailing comment. MyPy's mad. Why are you mad? Why you mad? 76. Oh, because I turned a default dict into a dict. Damn. Oh, which is annoying because these types are nice. We can do if args.getlab and in or service in pre-commit.ci. Yeah, we can do this cleverly. If not args.getlab and service not in GitLab, we can do that. Oh, we gotta do this backwards. These have to be or. That right? So that's the non-GitLab version. And if we do GitLab and save, yeah, okay, cool. And that should make MyPy happy. Also makes the code shorter. A little bit of trickery on the Boolean conditions there. Hey, percentages 50% faster versus 200% faster kind of thing. Yeah. You mean 100% of nothing is not something? Yeah. Marsma says, "How's today's Advent of Code? I just sit for it." Well, I'll be doing Advent of Code later today. But I've been done. I was done with that one fast enough to get points last night. What's up, Cocky Walkie? Hello, welcome to the stream. And Marco Dev, how's it going? Okay. I think we're good with that. Get status, get add -u, and we need to actually make the I'm actually gonna do git move image to icons. And then I'm gonna make an image folder, which is where I'm gonna put the output. Victor image make svg data / this to image / 2020 12 15 noap.svg, and we'll do one with GitLab to noap-gitlab.svg. And then we gotta update the README. Results. Runs are averaged. Runs are averaged over 5 pull requests. Timing starts on PR creation. Chart comparing. Chart comparing seconds to complete. This is just alt text, so this should be image / this. Note, GitLab took much longer to complete, so it is on a separate graph. data is available here. Data / 2020 12 15 noop.tsv. Implement SVG chart of results of timing results. Franco says, hi Juice. Oh, Juice cheered earlier. Indeed. Messi says, how do you think about comments in code? When do you use them? I like to use comments kind of sparingly. And when I think about comments, I'm commenting if it's explaining why something happened and not what something happened. So if it's something that's, non-obvious or, requires explanation, then I'll have a comment for it. Otherwise, I try and lean more on naming functions properly, naming variables properly, having type annotations, having tests for things, and other ways to self-document the code. Kind of my thought about comments is it's really easy to write a comment that will be incorrect in the future, and in a lot of ways that can slow down future maintenance instead of speeding it up. Because there isn't a great way to make sure that comments are synchronized with code. It's really easy for them to get out of date. Okay, so there's all sorts of shit in here that could probably just go away. I'm probably gonna get a bot that's gonna, we want to get rid of this t.html file. t.html git push origin head -f. Actually, I'm gonna keep the contents of this because it's really useful to debug locally. But we're not gonna check it in. Okay. My big ol' SVG script and the actual SVG. But yeah, let's see if we can preview what this looks like. Is that what this button does? Why is it linking to master? I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll work though. We'll see. My first programming class made us write 5 lines of comments for every line of code. That sounds awful. That sounds terrible. The only thing worse than comments is comments that are wrong. Good code should read like a book. Yeah, I agree with that. I like that mentality. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Gropefiend says, what's up with that keyboard setup, bro? That's some serial killer shit. I don't think I have heard that before. But if you want to learn more about my keyboard, you can do bang keyboard. They actually docked us marks if we didn't, but it was a Pascal course, so that didn't help either. Oh god, that's awful. But yeah, this will take a while to complete because lol GitLab. It's kind of funny that I have to wait for GitLab for this to complete. But that's the way things go. Massey says, we got the old we will judge on code quality meaning comment amount. Yeah. I definitely had that problem in one C++ class I took in school. Which sucked. Like, I don't know what could have been done there. But, we were docked because we had insufficient comments, but our code was pretty self-explanatory. I guess we also lost points because I named a class Badass Lock. And to be fair, it was the Badass Lock. But, yeah. Admittedly, I probably should have lost a point. Maybe a point for that naming, but I don't know. Nate has uploaded a WTF.png. This is pretty true. This is pretty true. I've seen this before. WTFs per minute. Another thing that I say a lot when sometimes reading code is, who let you write this? Okay, I'm hoping this is gonna render fine, so we're gonna merge this and see what happens. Can't help it if the lock is badass. It's true, it's true. So we were doing a thread scheduler and we needed an interrupt handler. Oh, this is so nice. I like this. Hey, what's up, Avian Constabulary? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. But I think these turned out pretty good. Oh, I should make this so that I can permalink to it and put the date on a second line. Hey, what's up, Indian Hitman 007? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna go fill up my water. I will be right back in a sec, and I'll see you then. Hello, I'm back. Let's see. Where was I? Wait, GitLab was faster than Circle CI? No. The GitLab was hilariously slow. So slow that it had to be put on its own separate graph. But no, Circle is much faster. Circle is in like 30 seconds, whereas GitLab is in like 250 seconds. Hexwell says, you mentioned you didn't like Clio, but what about Click? I think Click is kind of cool. I think it's still has some of the same problems in that like it uses some magical metaprogramming to make decorators have side effects that introduce argument parsing. I don't really like that part about it. Like I would prefer something more explicit. And I'm just gonna use argparse because I don't need a dependency for it. So argparse works great for me, and that's why I tend to use it. But Click's cool. I like Click. I also know some of the maintainers as well. Ron Martin teaches that having to use comments is admitting defeat at making code explain itself. There are cases when comments are valuable, but they should be avoided in general. Yeah, I like that, Jidoho. Avian Constabulary says, no problem, thanks for the stream. JK says, I agree, too often I see code like Python increment the counter plus equals 1, yeah. Kanji also says bang beer, right? Don't worry, we all read unparsed markdown. It's kind of true at this point. What's up, Mila? Hello, hello. I can actually read HTML and see a web page that sounds like I meant it. Oh, I see, you're being sarcastic. In your PR, you just created not the graph. What mean? what to say. Oh, you mean in the data? Because I modified the data to have better naming here. But no, GitLab was always the slowest for all of these. Actually, I think this one's unsorted. Is this unsorted? Run duration. This would be 77 seconds. 72 seconds. Yeah, no, this is sorted. So GitLab was always last. Oh no, this isn't sorted at all. Oh yeah, it is. GitHub beat Circle CI here. But anyway. Been using Click a lot lately. I like it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, what's up, Pyling? Hello, hello. Don't use MOTD. It's a security issue. /run/MOTD.dynamic is updated by pam MOTD by executing all the files from etc update MOTD.t. That's funny. I used to use it a lot, but I felt like I ended up with piles of decorators and that was annoying me. Maybe I was just using it wrong. Yeah, I know that's how it's supposed to work. You just created PR20 and GitLab was faster finishing than Circle CI for it to clip it. Oh, really? We can grab the stats from it because that's literally what this repository is for. Gen data. Actually, I removed the functionality. Get data. Let's see if we can do. Gen data.get data for PR will be 20. Import pprint, pprint.pprint. So pre-commit.ci was fastest, as expected. @there was next. And you're right, GitLab did beat Circle. Wild. Anyway, this is why we averaged over 5 runs. Doesn't it come down to whatever company is able to throw more workers at the build service level notwithstanding? It should come down to that, but it also comes down to like how slow and how many blocking steps are in each of the things. So it's not just worker count and load. Like a lot of it is actual implementation. Like if that were true, oh, is your name not Avian? Am I just like reading this wrong? Oh no, it is Avian. It just looks kind of like a J here. If that were true, the runtime of these should all be the same because they're running exactly the same code. So you would expect these black bars to be identical, and identical to the yellow bar, but you can see they're very much not the same width. And I guarantee you that pre-commit.ci is using the worst hardware out of all of these and still doing exceptionally better. Because pre-commit.ci is running on T2 micros, which is, you know, less than a gig of RAM and 1 processor. And I know Travis has 2 processors, so like Travis should be doing way better. But it is clearly not. That snarky tone in the as expected. I mean, that's the whole point of these graphs. So if we're failing to do that, like we would have some bigger problems here. Oh, why do we have red here? What happened, Azure Pipelines? Failed to check out the code. What? What happened here? Why did it try and run a pull request? Oh, this is green. What in the fuck? Why are you the wrong commit status? I don't know. Don't know. I have no idea. Ironic, Azure is the one that returns red. I mean, yeah. Hey, what's up, Benerv? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. But anyway, there's our charts. I made a modification to the Azure CLI repo, and the checks kept failing because of Azure. Microsoft tomfoolery, yeah. Hey, what's up, Elmos? Hello, hello. Azure can be funky. I actually really like Azure pipelines. They're the only provider that I know of that provides repository templating, which I use heavily in my other repositories. But yeah. Okay, so now that we have these graphs, let's add it to pre-commit.com. Which we can get from here. Oh, wait. We gotta do the thing that I said I was gonna do, which is modify the README to say results. Last tabulated on 2020 12/15. Oh, I really like that. I didn't remember that. The theme that the grammar that I'm using italicizes italicized things, which is great. I like that. Oh, rmgen data, rm-r pycache. Improve what? Improve linkability of README. Null STV says, what's repo templating? So let me show you a configuration for one of my repositories. Upgrade. There we go. So this is my Azure Pipelines configuration for this repository. And you'll notice that I include a template repository here, which is how most of this works. But then I can just say, like, use this job template with these particular parameters. So in this case, I'm testing this on Python 3.7 on Windows and PyPy3, Python 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, and 3.9 on Linux. And so this is all I have to do to get things set up and, you know, version my base configuration here. So if we look at this repository here, this 8 lines here expands out to 103 times 2 lines here. So you would have to duplicate all of this, and like, there's specific knowledge encoded into how this thing works and like how it automates setting stuff up, and it basically just makes it a lot easier to, scale to scale a bunch of repositories that use the same sets of configuration. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. What's up, ZabioZ? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Kaigon Jam says, is a config.rc supported by pre-commit? What do you mean by config.rc? What do you mean? It has a configuration file, yes. That is kind of the point. Hey, what's up, BennerV? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. You should add a CI plot for that graph. Dave Cunning says, I found the other day that gedit does bold and italic too. Oh, nice. Mose says, is this a 2K monitor? Are you talking about my computer setup? This is what... Oh, this isn't the most recent one. Where's the most recent one? There we go. This is what my computer setup looks like. This is a 4K monitor. This is a 4K monitor. This is somewhere between 2K and 4K. It's 2560 by 1600. But this screen is 13 years old, so it's not surprising that it's, it existed long before 4K was even an idea. Like, can I create a pre-commit rc.json instead of throwing in my package? Okay, you're confusing pre-commit with a different tool. Pre-commit's configuration goes in this pre-commit config.yaml. And this is what it looks like. There is a npm project that's also called pre-commit, but it's different, completely different. Oh yeah, my sound system is super fucked. but ignore this. It is technically surround, but I have disabled the surround ones. They just sit up there so I don't lose them. And yeah, it is a bit of a joke. But I don't have enough space in my room to actually set up proper surround, so I just deal with this instead. But yeah, I know it's silly, but that's the way things go. But yeah, the pre-commit that I'm talking about here is pre-commit.com, and you can learn more about that. Sanavilla says, what's the reason for sudo adapt repository PPI dead snakes nightly in your Azure config? So Azure pipelines and GitHub Actions, neither of them support Python 3.10. So I am using this to install a nightly version of 3.10. Where's the code for that? Here. Yeah, so this is how you can test the very latest version of Python 3.10, which isn't supported by Azure out of the box. And so I maintain dead snakes, which is backports and forward ports of Python versions, and the nightly builds run once a night to build new packages. And so that's what this is here. So if I'm testing 3.10, I will be using this here. I don't think I actually use this yet, but when I want to, I will be doing that. The 4 lights remind me of the TNG episode with Picard saying, there are 4 lights! Amos says, my question is, I have a 2K monitor at 2560 by 1440, and on Windows I can get to scale to 1920 by 1080. Windows 10 takes 133% to get it to this point. On Ubuntu, I can't do that outside of the hardcode values they provide. Oh, right. So, I'm cheating a little bit, to be honest. I'm not actually running Ubuntu on the hardware. I'm running a VM. But yeah, pixel density scaling on Linux is kind of garbage. I don't think I've ever gotten it to work nicely. On my, I ran Linux on a Retina MacBook, and I just ran at native resolution, so everything was itty bitty tiny, and I just got used to it. But you're right, it is not the easiest to deal with. Did you understand my reference, or am I too old? I have not watched all of TNG, unfortunately. I want to go back and watch all of it, but I have not watched TNG. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but not the whole thing. What VM software? Here is my setup. I go over like a tutorial of how to set up a VM. I'm using VirtualBox, which works well enough for me. Okay, let us link this from the pre-commit document, or the pre-commit.ci documentation. Then we'll link it from the pre-commit documentation too. I hate chemistry says, what type of sorting does the sort imports thing do? If you open up the README of it, it talks about what it does. What does it do? It separates imports into 3 sections: standard lib, third party, first party. Import imports before from imports. So you get import imports, then from imports. Splits from imports. So you get 1 on each line. Removes duplicate imports. So OS and OS.path are the same import, so it claps those down. And sys and sys are the same, so it claps those down. You can disable the imports by using no reorder. So for instance, or you can use code that's non-import code. So non-import code will automatically disable the import reorder after that. So it doesn't try and touch these. But if you have to do weird fuckery like Matplotlib, you can do this to prevent it from reordering. Or you can prevent it from reordering, all of those things. And this goes over the reasoning for the style. I also explain it in this video. So you can check that out as well. Back when I used Windows, scaling was abysmal. Has it finally improved? Yeah, it's so much better now. It actually works now. It did not work before at all. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of other features as well, but that's the TLDR of this. But yeah, okay. Clone github.com pre-commit/pre-commit.ci. I started placing imports on different lines after watching a video. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're improving the maintainability of your repository. Pre-commit-ci. Right. Okay, so we need to put that image in here somewhere. Oh, it's actually gonna go in content.md. Where do I want to put it on this website? Probably between these two. Yeah. Speed. pre-commit.ci is much faster at running linters than comparable free CI systems. We want to link to a chart comparing CI speeds. We want to link to the GitHub content thing there. We can hotlink GitHub, right? Because it's our own stuff. Demo image, this, raw. And we want to link to the results anchor on here. Note, GitLab was left off of the chart. Oh, I guess we can just leave that out, right? Jigger says, yep, I'm old. It was a good episode where Ricard was taken hostage by the Kardashians. And his captor kept saying there are 5 lights. The meme just sticks in my head. I see. In case you care too long for show that. Okay, yeah, I'll look at it later. Mute. Okay. I'm probably saying Kardashian wrong because it's spelled similar to. Nice. And can be used to free up workers. Well, we'll just let people in for that. Much faster than comparable. How is this responsive? Oh, it does. Ooh, look at that. Cool. It's spelled Cardassians, but maybe think of the other ones. That's funny. I love it. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. I don't know, what do you think, chat? Should I put more words here? Is it just me, or are the colors off on the chart? They should be the same. What color? Same thought? Oh my god. They're exactly the same color. Needs more capitalization? No. So the thing is, it's supposed to be this color up here. I could use this color. The thing is, it looks really bad with that color. I spent a long time trying to get the background color to look not garbage. And unfortunately, this one makes it a lot harder to see. The bars look weird, but it could just be stream. Yeah, it looks fine to me. Are the black and yellow representative of the same metric? Yes. Yes, indeed, Yolishmulu. The yellow one is supposed to guide your eyes towards the fast one. That's why it's different, but it is marked up here. That these are both runtime. But yeah. Anyway. I'm thinking silly, it's more the background of the chart versus Ubuntu's purple versus GitHub's diff, but those are what they are, can't change those. Red Scratcher says, do you only work on your PC? No, I also work on, I have a laptop that I do sometimes. It's definitely because of stream, yeah. It's probably the stream compression on these being really close together because they're hatched lines. And it probably, you know, oops, Control-0. It probably is compressing this so it looks really funky. But it's exactly the same as what it was before. Anyway, I'm gonna go with this. I can always improve it later. Okay, commit-m add speed chart. Michaela, how's it going? Hello, hello. Push origin head, push straight to master, fuck it. And if you click this, oh, I forgot to click it. Yeah, if you click it, it still works. Okay, cool. Neat. This should update eventually. The old version. I guess I have to wait for it to build. That's fine. Cool. I also want to add this to pre-commit.com. But I think I'll maybe do that later. We're at about 3 hours now, so this is probably a decent spot to stop. And I'm super hungry. So I'm gonna eat food, and I will be back for stream later tonight for Advent of Code. And tomorrow we're doing a 12-hour stream, which will start at the normal time, so make sure to stop by for that. It's going to be largely programming content. I'm also going to be playing Among Us with the Programmers at 6 Pacific, and then we're going to be doing Advent of Code, and then I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't really have anything planned for it, or other than those things, but it should be pretty fun. But thank you all for stopping by. Let me do my spiel. I upload my previous content to YouTube. That's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. So check out either educational videos, previous day solutions of Advent of Code, or previous streams. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I announce my stream in 2 places. One of those is twitter.com/CodeWithAnthony. So make sure to follow there to get those updates. And I also announce them on the Discord, which you are free to join. It's a nice little programming community. There's a place where you can ask questions if you're a beginner looking to learn stuff, or if you're not a beginner and also looking to learn stuff. We also have an Advent of Code channel if you want to hang out for there. KGL says treatstream.com. What is this? Oh, receive food delivery. That seems kind of cool. That would be interesting. Might try that out. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, and let's go find someone to raid.